everybody, it's nutritionist and sustainable weight loss expert Trisha Mandis here with video 3 of my Turning Your Health Around series. Now, if you missed video 1 and 2, make sure you get those sweet buns of yours up to the link above this video, okay? So you can watch video 1 and video 2, and it's going to give you a lot more valuable info leading up to this video right now, because what this whole series is about, and I have my notes here, FYI, full disclosure, I might be looking down sometimes because I want to make sure you get the best experience, but this whole video series is about how you can turn your health around and feel like you can be the best you possible, where you're not held back in any way because of how you feel, how your body physically feels, or how you feel that you look. So that is what this video series is aimed at, showing you what's possible, an intro into how you can do it. And then this video today is, I want you to really visualize yourself getting that dream health scenario of yours that you want. Now, if you need a little background info of me and who I am, again, check out those other 2 videos, but short recap, nutritionist for 9 years, been helping people lose weight without eating less, without counting calories, but simultaneously improving their health, reversing disease in certain places where it's possible, or stopping the progression simultaneously at the same time. Used to work at USC as lead nutritionist, but now I am a coach and running my own business. So that means I have a lot more freedom to share a lot more valuable information with you, which is part of what I'm doing today. So I want to tell you about a client that just finished our program. His name is Tony, and I just had the pleasure of interviewing him earlier today, so I'll be sure to post his experience on my page too. Now, just to give you an idea of what is possible by eating optimally to reduce pain in the body, but also simultaneously lose weight and improve your overall health, Tony came to me because he was having really chronic, really debilitating migraines for well over a year before he came to me. And that's something he'd struggled with for years and years and years, but it was really bad the year leading up to where we were. And he's a business owner, and he has a lot of goals that he's trying to accomplish in his life. But if you have, at the worst, he had a migraine that lasted over a week straight. So it's really hard to be the best you possible and achieve the goals that you want to achieve when you are in pain and you do not have the energy to go do the things that you want to do and you love to do. So after trying the traditional medical route of using pain medication, and he was even put on a psychiatric drug that sometimes is used to help migraines, not for a psychiatric issue for him, but to help with migraines, and it wasn't working. He was chronically getting worse, and then he got stuck in this cycle of, if I do want this drug to help me with my migraines, then I'm just going to have to keep upping the dose, and then your body gets used to that, and then there's side effects, a lot of challenging side effects that come along with that, and you have to keep upping the dose, and then you get used to it, and then you have to up the dose again, and there's more side effects, and it just wasn't working. So he came to me, we did a free consultation on the phone, we talked, he decided to join the program, and it's been 3 months, and the frequency of his migraines has reduced by 50% at least. The severity has dropped even more so than that, so now when he does have one, it doesn't hurt as bad, and he's not laid up from work, and he's not prevented at all from pursuing his dreams. And he has more energy now, and as a byproduct, he lost weight. And that wasn't even the focus. The focus was to get him off this really challenging drug, which he got coached through how to have those conversations with his doctor. I gave him all the supporting research as to why he may want to or may not want to, so he could make an informed decision. We coached him how to have conversations with his doctor. He is completely off that psychiatric drug now, and it's feeling better than he ever has before. So, and he's also dropped 3 pant sizes in the process. That's a nice side effect of what happens when you eat optimally and you eat in a way that not only enhances weight loss, but improves optimal health simultaneously, okay? So I also want to tell you about Kelly. She is a client of mine who is one of my most favorite clients to work with, And she also felt like she was starting to put herself in a cocoon and just like not feeling kind of tired and sluggish and no energy and not going out and experiencing life in the way that she really wanted to. She wasn't being the best version of her that she wanted to be. She was held back by an injury, an excess weight, and she lost 20 pounds before the program was even over. She didn't have to calorie count or measure anything, and she loves the food. I'm reading part of her testimonial right now. She says, I love the food. It's a good feeling. It's different than the same old diets that fail over and over again. It's a sustainable lifestyle change, which is the only thing I'm about. I will not do fad diets or detoxes or any of that type of thing at all whatsoever. So watching these video series and hearing that you can eat as much as you want, there's no portion control, things like that, you may be thinking in your head, there's no way that my partner would ever do this. My partner does not like vegetables. My partner does not like, or my family does not like to eat healthy. And you might feel torn between having to pick for yourself what to eat for dinner, or cooking 2 dinners, or just eating what they want to eat, and you haven't mentally settled on anything that feels really good to you, that works for you. So if you have that concern, I totally understand. But if that's not resolved in a way that works for you and your lifestyle and your family, then it's never going to work for you. So that's one thing that we do dive deep into if that is a challenge for you in the program, is because you cannot compromise yourself if eating optimally and losing weight and improving migraines, etc., is what you really want. You cannot compromise yourself. Now, that means that we also don't want to hurt our relationships with our family or those that we love in the same time. But what I want you to know is that is 110% possible to achieve a balance between eating optimally for yourself and not offending your family or putting any added burden on them whatsoever. And if you feel like, oh, but I can't exercise, and if I can't exercise, there's no way that I can eat optimally and lose weight and achieve my health goals. Now, I talk about this more in another video, but exercise is not the low-hanging fruit for optimal health and weight loss. And that's because if you eat like fast food or something like that, you would have to walk miles and miles and miles in order to burn that food off. So you can actually eat less calories and eat more food by eating optimally than trying to reduce your portion sizes of any old type of, food that you wanted to eat type thing. So Sarah is a client that I've talked about in an earlier video in the series, but she lost 30 pounds in 3 months. And that's before she could even exercise because she had an injury. So if you're thinking that, oh, I can't do this because I'm not in a place where I feel good enough to exercise, or I have an injury or additional diagnosis, don't worry at all. We want to get you to a point where you're feeling really good and you have more energy and you're able to move your body more. And then we can get you exercising to help you feeling better. So right now, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine and think about what your life would be like if your days kind of look like this. And again, I'm going to be looking at my notes here. So what would it be like for you to wake up energized, free of pain? Okay? At the same time, you're lessening the huffing and the puffing when you're walking upstairs. Sorry, I heard my cat threw me off. So you're walking upstairs. A lot of the concerns that my clients have is they are out of breath and have to stop and stand for 30 seconds after walking up 2 flights of stairs. So imagine that disappearing. How would that impact your day or your job? And then you eat food all throughout the day whenever you want. You don't have to worry about entering it into a Fitbit. You don't have to worry about how many calories is in each portion. You don't have to worry about portion control. And you very confidently and excitedly eat whenever you want, as much as you want, because you know you are 110% confident that what you're putting in your mouth is helping you improve your health, feel better, lose weight at the same time, regardless of what other people think and are judging you for. Like, we have all these awful misconceptions about nutrition, but you are so confident that what you're doing and eating is the best thing for you, that you are just happy at the same time, and because it tastes really good, and that your food was prepared in a way that was conducive to your lifestyle, meaning you didn't have to try and fix a gourmet meal if you hate to cook, or if you're really busy, you didn't have to struggle to figure out how to have lunch that day, or if something exciting happens that day and now you're going to go to a restaurant or do something cool with family, you're still able to eat the food that you want that tastes good and helps you achieve your goals at the same time. So what would it be like for you for there to be no contention between you and your partner or your family around food? You weren't compromising your health in order to make them happy. And at the same time, they were being supportive of you and what you wanted to achieve, and what you were doing was an effective system that was sustainable. You enjoyed it. It was maintainable. And for months and years, you just chronically started to feel better instead of worse, and reduced a lot of medications and pills that you were on, and maybe even got off all of them. So if you're in a place that you know that an effective and enjoyable lifestyle change is something that you really want, and you really want to turn your health around, and you know it, and you might be a little bit scared because you've tried a few other things before and they didn't really work out, but you know you have to try again, because if you stop trying, then you fail. Okay, if you really want to turn your health around, this is something that you're interested in, be sure you watch my live video tomorrow at 4:30, because I have a special opportunity for the month of January, and I'm accepting 10 clients this month, and you may or may not be the perfect fit for the program. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. There's Philly, there's my cat. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, because you'll learn how you can get a free phone consultation with me, where I will interview you and ask you what you're struggling with, what you've tried, where you want to go, so I can best help you and give you recommendations, whether it's asking you if you want to hear more about my program, or I might tell you this is not the right thing for you and this is going to be the right thing for you right now. I love talking to people. I learn so much, and it's just one of my greatest passions, helping people with this stuff. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 4:30 to hear about that, because all the people that sign up before January 15th, I'm also going to send them a awesome Japanese chef's knife, because it's so much easier and more fun to prep in the kitchen when you have a really nice knife that you can't hurt yourself with. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 4:30, or you can be on my email list. That's also one of the best ways to always know what's going on. So if you go to thtsignup.com and you enter your info in there, you'll also get 25 of my favorite recipes as well. So make sure you tune in tomorrow at 4:30. You want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yes. So let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, concerned about anything I talk about, post in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.